This episode is brought to you by Jing's Mortgage Team. Jing's Mortgage Team is a team of real estate mortgage professionals whose mission is to help anyone with their real estate needs. If you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, refinance your home, have credit issues, or in need of an investment loan, we can definitely help you. If you're looking for a real estate agent, we know the best of the best real estate agents. Visit the link below for more information. Maria, thank you so much for coming on Secret Sauce with Hamilton Lao. It's for our viewers that are new. It is a podcast that strives to peel back the curtain on successful people in different industries, what makes them tick, what makes them successful, and why. And today I have a very special guest that I'm very, very, very excited and honored to have on, Maria Coreas, who is a top producing agent with Fave Realty. She is incredible. She does many, many things besides being a realtor. You know, she is a parent. She a loving, loving parent, an awesome wife, successful entrepreneur. She is a house flipper. Not a lot of agents do that, you know, but she is a very, very smart agent, especially with house flipping. So Maria, thank you so much for coming out. It's an honor.
Thank you. It's my honor to be here with you, and I appreciate your time. And I'm here.
Awesome. So I love to have guests on who been through a lot of hardship in their life to get to where they are. Especially in with Maria's case, you know, she's a immigrant. I believe first generation immigrant, right?
Yes.
Yes, first generation immigrant, came with not a lot, came to a country with, you know, not being able to speak English, not knowing the culture that well.
Yes.
And again, I'm super excited to talk about your story, because from you to get from such humble beginnings to now, Maria's a rock star right now. It's a lot of growth, a lot of learning, and I'm so excited to share it with our guests. So again, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So Maria, I love to dive into a little bit, because I always feel like successful people are not successful for no reason. You know, it's not like you win the lottery and like here's the success.
No.
Here's your work that
No.
you need to do, and that's it. It's a
It
big
doesn't
learning.
work like that.
It doesn't work like that. I always feel that it's important to talk about where we start, like
Yes.
where she started from, the beginning. You know, so I love to go back to the beginning. You know, Maria, if you can share, you know, where you're from. You know, what country did you come from, and when did you decide to move? You guys decided to move to America. Where did you end up staying? So Maria.
All right. So, like he says, my name is Maria Coreas. I work with Fave Realty. I came here when I was 10, 11 years old. Like he says, not knowing no English. It was a new country. Lifestyle here is totally different. I'm from El Salvador. It's completely different. So I was feeling lost. You know, when I went to school, I didn't know nothing English. I got a lot of bullying because of that, you know, but my mentality was like, I know this is going to happen because I don't know anything about life in another country here in New York. But it bothered me at the beginning because, you know, people bullying you that you don't understand anything, make you that your value is less than them because of that. It was very hard. It was very hard, and but it never let me down. It didn't let me down. I was doing my best. I was studying when I go back to my house, studying English in videos or watching movies, TV all the time in English, because my mentality was like, I'm here, I'm not going nowhere.
And that's the best way to learn
Yeah.
English, right?
Yeah.
And even, I guess, another language is, a lot of teachers say it's the best way to learn, just to watch TV
Yeah.
in that foreign language and
Yeah.
watch movies and help you learn.
Yeah.
Now, when you came from El Salvador, I just want to talk a little bit about El Salvador. You know, was it because you guys wanted a better opportunity? Is that why you guys decided to come?
No, we came here because on 1980 the war started, and it was difficult for us to live there. So that's why my parents, they sold everything they have, and they decide, because we are a big family, we're five siblings, and my parents, so they feel like we was in danger there.
Wow.
So, because there was kidnapped kids, there was
Was it a
kidnapped.
war going on?
Yes,
Oh, in El Salvador in the
yes,
80s?
yes,
Wow.
1980s. And they was kidnapping kids so they can go to the war with them and all that. So my parents think that we was in danger. So they have to, make this big decision to take us out of our country and, move here.
People think, like, it's 2023 now,
Yeah.
and people think that these things, doesn't happen in modern times, but it still happens, military often kidnap children and brainwash them to fight for the war.
Yeah.
So for you, in your parents' case, I'm like getting goosebumps talking about it, because it's like, it's such an American dream to say, I want a better life for my family. This place that we're in right now is bad.
Yeah.
Let me take my family and go to a better
Yeah.
place.
Yeah.
Wow, it takes a lot of strength and courage to do
Yeah,
that. So
yeah, definitely, because we all came here with not knowing English. It was hard for me, my siblings, and my parents, but we came with a little money because my parents sold everything that they had there. So we came here, and that was a good for us because, I think that some people came here with no money, with not knowing the language. So we came here with a little money.
Right.
So they bought a little condominium in Queens.
right.
Yeah.
College Point.
Yeah,
right,
College
was it?
Point.
Right. Shout out College Point. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
we have, at least we have a roof,
yeah.
and food, and we just have to fight for us. We have a dream. We are already here. Like I says, we was already here. We're not going nowhere. So we just have to walk forward.
Did you see any fighting or in El Salvador when you were young? Did you see the fighting? Did you see?
I didn't see, but I was hearing all the bombs that they was throwing, and the Marines, because we was leaving our house. It was very close, the ocean, the beach, right? So we was seeing the Marines come throwing bombs.
Wow.
And yeah.
So did your parents tell you, we're going to America to get a better life?
They say we're gonna move from here. This is too dangerous for us.
Okay, so you knew you're going.
Yeah, but at that time, we didn't go nowhere. That was the only place that we know. We was little, and we don't know what was America.
Wow. Yeah. Was it hard for you to say? Was it easy or was it hard for you to leave El Salvador?
It was easy because yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was easy. So you believe, you trust your parents, and that if they doing something, it's for your own good. So yeah.
That's powerful because I think especially with spoiled kids that don't see hardship, it's like there's a sense of entitlement. Like, oh, my parents are supposed to give me good things and nice things. But for you in your case, it helps. It seems like it helps establish a sense of constantly looking for better
and better opportunities.
Something looking for, because it's a great lesson.
Yes.
That even though it's a bad situation, but it seemed like a great lesson that it taught you. Because it's like we always look at our parents for a example, setting the example, and it's a great foundation to set for you.
Yeah, I always tell my kids, they knows where I come from and what it took me to be here, and I give them everything they want, but I tell them, listen, this is hard to get, so make sure that you evaluate what you get from me.
Of course.
Yeah. And now I have 3 kids, 17, 16, and 14.
Yeah.
They want to work now. The 17, he's working. He worked on the weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the other ones want to work. They were like, Mommy, I want to help. I want to do something.
Aww, so cute.
They have seen me and my husband work a lot. And what we have is because It wasn't for lack. It was for, hard work.
Hard work.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you came to America, would you say that you held that foundation with you? Hey, I want to constantly better myself, because I'm sure your classmates that were bullying you, they didn't understand, your story. They didn't understand, what it means at that time. Because 10 years old, it's a big lesson to learn, to constantly improve yourself. There's people that don't even learn that lesson, like the value of constantly improving yourself. But like, I could totally see you having that foundation in you when you came over. And would you say that's why you study and you work so hard when you came, because it's like you're here because you want to be better?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great.
Yes. Yes. And I never give up. Like, I'm going to learn one way or the other. I'm going to learn the language.
Yeah.
And, even now I know, I have a heavy accent, I'm still learning, but it's life, you have to move forward. You can't just stuck there because, you don't know the language, you don't have a job, or, you have to have a dream. If you don't have a dream in your life, you can never do anything.
Would you say that, we don't ever really stop learning? I think as a young man myself, when I was younger, I used to think, once I understand something, I'm done.
No.
No, you don't really.
No.
No, as I gotten older, I realized, no, that's not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
it's constant. It's part of the evolution of humans, right,
Yes.
and life.
Yes.
And it's like, if you stop learning, then you just stop growing, and you just. That's when you potentially go downhill, right?
Yeah.
And you start
Yes.
going backwards.
Yes.
But with the mentality, hey, I'm constantly bettering myself. It's a very, very strong foundation. I wanna say,
Yeah.
like, even though it was a bad experience that you went through as a child, I'm sure it laid a very, very good foundation for you in constantly
Yes.
bettering yourself.
Yes.
So I want to talk, a little more about, as you got older. When did you, what were some of the things that you decided to do? And did you always have the entrepreneur spirit? Did you always want to be, start your own business, or what was your work life
Yes.
like?
So back then, right, when I was little, I always want to have my money. I always have money. I always want to have my own money.
Right.
And my siblings, when they start working, they was giving me $5. And I like to save. I don't like to spend money.
Yeah.
I like to save. So I was putting in a small box, and I was putting my $5. And my siblings every month, they was giving the little ones that wasn't working, they was giving some money. So I was always safe. I was always put my money there. And then, I don't know if you remember, but back then in the 85, there was a product called Avon. It's Avon.
yeah, yeah.
It's like Mary Kay now.
Yeah.
So I start with that money that I save, I bought product, and I would start bringing to school.
How old were you at that
I
time?
was probably 14.
So you were in high school. Oh, that's
Yes.
so cute. So you were in high school.
Yes.
You wanted to make money.
Yes.
What was did you all? I mean, when did you start feeling like, hey, I want to make money? Was it because of how
All the
humble your humble beginnings? Like you're living in that condo. Did you say, I want a bigger house, I want more, and you understood that you needed money for that? Like when did you start feeling like I gotta get?
I don't know. It's just something happening in me. Like all the time, I like money. Yeah. Even when we was in El Salvador, my mom says that because we had a farm, and then my mom says that every time that they grow up chickens, I was saying I want. I was telling them how many chickens I want, and I was taking care of those little chicks when they grow up, and I was selling.
Yeah.
So I think I just born with
Yeah.
that, you know.
I feel like, capitalism, making money, it gets a bad name, because I think with everything, there's always bad people that take advantage and abuse it. But there's, to me, especially when we think about growing internally, like if you're really smart and you work really hard, you should be able to make a lot of money, right? When it comes to making money, that's the most fair capitalism, like having that mentality, hey, because I'm working so hard, I want to make the money to show for it, right?
Yeah.
Like, why am I working hard if I'm not making any money? I mean, that's just, I think, common human sense. you know?
And that's happened with a lot of my people that come to this country. They just work. A lot of them, they just work and not thinking on having something in the future. Let's say, for example, buy a house. and that's the part I like from this business because I have the opportunity to help all these people. Yeah, when everywhere I go, I just talk to people and tell them that I'm in this business,
Yeah.
and if in the future they want to buy a house, and a lot of people, I had a lot of buyers that way. I find it that way, telling them you here if you because you have to have documents. If you don't have documents, so then it's nowhere to go.
Right.
But if they do have documents, they do work. They have their taxes.
Tax ID, right?
Yeah.
You can get a lot of people don't know this. In 2023 right now, I-10 loans,
Oh
right?
yeah. I
It's a
think
big-
yeah.
it's a big
If they
thing
have
now.
a tax ID,
You have to be citizen. Yeah.
they have tax ID. They do their taxes every year.
Yep.
They get pay stubs
Yep.
on the book. They can buy a
They
house.
can buy a house.
But a lot of people they just like to be in the comfort zone, and they don't think in the future. So what I see when I see people like that, and I see that they have little kids, I just like to help them and motivate them to buy a house.
Yeah.
I love to help people like that
Yeah.
to make their American dream come true. Yeah.
Especially, it's one of those things when you achieve, at least you feel like you achieved the American dream. You want to help people, like.
Yeah,
it's
and a lot
great.
of people, I tell them, I'm like, listen, I'm from El Salvador, and I got a lot of Salvadorian people, and tell them, you had to have something here. You have to have something here. You have to have a house. You have to have a car. If you already have kids, you have to provide something. Give them, something. Your kids is not gonna go anywhere. Even if you move back to your country, your kids gonna be here. They're not gonna go nowhere. So just buy them a house, buy them something, so they have
Yeah.
somewhere to live.
So I want to come back to the Avion. I think it was the Avion.
Avon,
product.
yes,
Avon,
yes.
Avon, sorry, Avon product. I want to go back to this Avon product. So in high school, you started your own business
Mm-hmm.
essentially because Avon is a business model. They structure in a way where you
Yeah,
can,
makeup,
you can sell as much product as you want in your own amount of time, and
Yes.
it's almost like your own business. At
Yes,
that time, right? So
yes.
how was that experience like?
So I had like $40 saved, and someone outside the school introduced me, to that product, and I was like, yeah, I have money to invest. So I invest those $40. I bought all the product, and I start bringing a little bit, to school. Hey, I have this product. You want to buy it? And I'm good selling. I think so because in 1 week I sold all the products I had. I have creams. I have lipstick, lip gloss, eyelashes, all stuff, makeup, all stuff. When we are teenagers, we like all that. And then I had earrings, necklace, so yeah. And I started making money. And then when I had, because they give you this company, they was giving you gift. If you make this much money, you get a gift. And if you bring more people, you get more money.
Yeah.
Right? So I started recruiting. By, when I graduated from high school, I had like 5 girls working for me. So every product that they were selling, I get commission of that. So they get
Nice.
paid, and I
Wow.
got commission of the product they were selling. So I had 5 girls.
That's incredible. So
Yeah.
so by the time you were senior in high school,
Yeah.
you were like a mogul, a business mogul in,
Yeah.
in that school.
Yeah.
You had 5 girls under you.
Yeah.
Wow. Were
Working
they your
and
same
selling.
age or were they younger?
No, same age.
They were all the same
Yeah.
age. Oh
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
That's incredible. Oh man. So did you continue on after you graduated or?
No, because then I stopped selling because then I went to college and I was working. So yeah, I stopped.
But
I
I'm sure it
stopped.
really established something inside you.
Oh yeah, it make me happy. Yes. I don't know, for like I said, it's something that I am born with. It's I like money, and I work hard to get it.
Yeah, and you're like reinforcing, like the lesson keeps reinforcing for you, like, hey, I work hard, I have a good idea, I'm gonna be able to make money out of it. Hey, let's continue to grow. That's great. That's an incredible. I have a few guests that had a very similar experience as well. Like when they're young,
Yeah.
they have this idea and this plan, and they start making money, and that kind of sets a foundation in them for the rest of their life. Like my hands can make money.
Yeah.
Can, you know,
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
have to have somebody tell me how to make money.
Yeah.
I want to make money
Yeah,
myself.
yeah, that feeling, you know, that you get when you get your own money, that's crazy.
It's great. It's a
Yeah,
great feeling.
and that always motivate me. I'm like, if I did that when I was young, so why not doing that now that I'm old, you
Of
know?
course, of course.
Yeah, so yeah, I just keep, you know, working and making my dream come true.
Yeah, and you know, it's like at that age, you're helping so many girls, young girls, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, you know, girls like to look pretty, right?
Yeah.
It's like you're helping, you know,
By
your
that
peers.
time, nobody was bullying me. I was the boss.
I love that. I love that.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
so after you graduated, you said you did something else. You went to school and then you did something else.
Yeah, I was working. I was working 2 jobs. Yeah, believe
Wow.
it or not, I had 2 jobs. I was started working at 4 o'clock in the morning in a bagel shop.
Bagel.
Yeah. Then the days that I didn't go to college, I had another job in a pharmacy. So,
Wow.
so let's say, for example, I had 3 days of school, 2 days of school. The other days I was working from 4 to 12 p.m. in the
my
bagel
God.
shop, and then from 1 to 9 p.m. in the pharmacy.
Right. And this was to pay for bills and
Yeah.
go to college, right?
Yeah, I was paying I didn't get financially paid.
Wow.
Yeah, because I never believe on debts. You know, people was telling me, oh, if you go into college debts, you're gonna live all your life paying those bills, stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna work and I pay for my own education.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I did, you know. And then after that, I married and had my kids. Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you feel working for somebody at that time? You know, like, I mean, were they good to you? Did you-
Frustrated.
Okay. Why?
Yeah, because I had to be there from this time to that time, right? 4 o'clock in the morning to 12. And can't leave because I had to be there. I'm very responsible, and my responsibility to my boss, it was to be there and, you know, take care of the clients. So yeah, that's what I don't like. I like to have my own hours. I had to make my own hours. You know,
Be your own
just
boss.
Be my own boss. Yeah, and it feels so great.
You know, there's something to be said about that because it's like, you know, the 9 to 5 people, like people that have a set hour where they work, it's like you working so hard for what? To make somebody else's dream come true, right? But
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
you know, and I know you were young at the time and you needed to, you know, learn, you know, but to our viewers, it's like there is other options out there. We don't have to slave, you know, for somebody else's dream. You can make
Yeah.
your own dream.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, and I can't wait to talk about, you know, your flipping mastery, you know, because that's like a great way for people to, you know, be their own boss, you know. But so from there, after you graduated, you know, tell us a little bit about that. Like, did you continue working the 2 jobs, or did you do something else, or you got married? You said.
No. So when I graduated, then I started working in the pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was a pharmacist.
Oh, you were a pharmacist. Is
Yeah.
that what you studied for?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So then I was, you know, just working 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 to 5. Yeah, and that was it. But I was feeling that wasn't enough. That wasn't enough because I grew up like being super busy all the time. Because when I was little, I was in school and I was studying all the time because I want to learn the language.
Yeah.
So I used to, you know, be busy all the time.
Yeah.
So working from 9 to 5, it was like, okay, I have this job, I love it, but it's not enough. But then like I said, I got married, then I had my kids, and I was home like for 5 years. Yeah, raising my kids, and I was feeling like, you know, I'm not doing anything. I was losing my time, but I was raising my kids. So it's like mixed emotions. Like you're not making money, you feel like you're not producing because you always been producing money, but now you're home taking care of your kids. It's like mixed emotions. Like you want to be there, but you want to do something else, but you can't leave your kids somewhere else because I never believe in leaving my kids with babysitters.
Yeah. You know, it's like there's a lot of business people that are like successful entrepreneurs that are men, you know? And it's like for a successful business person like you, again, a female, you know, it's very lot of obstacles that you have to overcome, you know,
Yes.
and especially, you know, you're home,
Having kids.
you have kids, and yeah, exactly, you have to recover, you
You
know,
had to
wanna
give
take-
up a lot.
yeah, you have to give up
Yeah.
a lot, you know. So for
Yeah.
you, in your case, you spent that time to take care of your kids, and then, you know, work in pharmacy. At what point did you say, okay, you know, I think my kids are a little older now, I think I'm ready to branch off and do my own thing?
Yeah, when the first one went to pre-K, no, kindergarten.
Okay.
Yeah, kindergarten. I was like, okay, so I had to do something else.
Yeah.
I had to do something else that can let me take care of my kids. Now that they are a little older, I can take care of my kids and I can work. I can make some money. And then, you know, searching and trying to come up with an idea. I come up with real estate.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's a
because real estate, it gives you a lot of
flexibility.
flexibility. Yes, give you a lot of flexibility. And I didn't know how this real estate industry was, but I can learn. I can learn.
What year was this around? Was it
That was around 2012.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Interesting time to get into real estate.
Yeah, yeah. The houses was very low. The market was very, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was not too many competition, but you know, I was making money. So there was a real estate agent next close to my house, and that's what I always looked because I don't want to leave my kids.
Yeah.
You know, if I have to go to the office and let me bring my kids, I can do that. So there was this real estate office near to my house. It was like 2 blocks from my house. And I went there and I like, listen, are you hiring? And they, of course, they always gonna say
Always,
yes. So they was like, oh yes, of course. And he was like, the broker was like, do you have an experience? I like, no, I don't have experience, but I am very motivated to learn. And he helped me, he guided me where to go to get my license and all that. Yeah, once I was there was no training, there was zero help.
Yeah.
You know,
Most brokerages are like
yeah,
that, right?
yeah, yeah. But actually, here in Fay Realty, you have a lot of training.
Support, really?
A lot. Like, it's every day we have meetings.
Yeah.
How to talk to buyers, how to talk to sellers, how to talk to people in general.
Yeah.
Yes, we are listen to books. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of books. We have like time that we have to read this book in this matter time. And then we have a conversation. Oh, what do you think of this? And like that. So I like it a lot. I love it.
That's
I think
powerful.
it's make you grow. You know, yeah.
That's powerful. But I want to say, you know, when you were a pharmacist, because most pharmacists, correct me if I'm wrong, most pharmacists, they make a decent living, right?
Yes.
You're able to be comfortable.
Yes.
Like, you're not making $1 million, but
Right.
like you
But
can
you
make
make a good
enough.
money,
Yeah,
yes.
make enough to be comfortable. And
Yes.
so for you, it was like, okay, I want to be to constantly, just like when you were a kid, like constantly improve. I want to do more,
Yeah.
not just for myself, but for
Yeah.
my family.
And
right?
because I already have my kids, I didn't want to be stuck in a job, you know, 8 hours,
Right.
not doing, you know, not what my kids was doing and all that.
Yeah.
And that's why I give up. Like you said, it was a good, decent money that I was making there,
Yeah.
but I give up because I want to be with my kids and I want to have my own schedule.
Yeah.
And being stuck in the pharmacy for 8 hours, that was not for me.
So would you say it was easy for you to make that decision? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to try real estate. Was it hard?
It
Were you
was
scared?
I was scared. Yeah. I was scared because I had to leave my job that, you know, that was good job.
Comfortable, yeah.
Yeah, comfortable.
Secure, right?
Yes, yes. But going somewhere that not knowing, you know, I don't know when I'm gonna make my first commission. But I was always think that if I came here to this country with not knowing anything, I can always do something that's new for me and I can succeed.
Wow.
So yeah, and it was scary. I was scary. And I told my husband, I'm like, listen, I'm not gonna work there. I'm gonna, you know, anymore because the pharmacist, they was calling me. The manager called me, hey, when you gonna come back? Because I told them I'm gonna take off 5 years, and we was keep in touch
Right.
and all that. And they was asking me when you gonna. 5 years is already passed. When you coming back?
Yeah.
You have a job here. So I was like, I don't think I'm gonna come back.
Right. So you
I
were
think I'm
smart
gonna-
about it. You had a plan B just in case
Yes.
it didn't work.
Yes,
So, okay.
yes. I didn't want to lose, what already had.
Right.
So I always keep in touch. Even with my buyers or sellers, I always keep in touch all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even, I had a buyer today that they bought a house with me 10 years ago. And she called me, she's like, Maria, I'm ready to sell. I'm going to Miami now. I'm moving for this cold weather. I'm so tired. So I'm going to list that property on January after all the holidays, she says.
Yeah.
And I always keep in touch with her, like for Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas. Every occasion, every holidays,
Yeah.
send her a message. Or maybe here once in a while, like,
Right.
hey, how you doing? Yeah, hey, have a happy summer and stuff like that. So keep in communication with people that it's very important.
It's it's just good business to be a good person. It's simple. I think a lot of people, it's like they think, I have to business first and then people, like be a good person, But it's the other way around. It's like when you're a good person, you're just naturally going to make the money because people remember like you're a good person, I mean, not to say that you have to, people are fake about, no, like just be a really like legitimately good person.
Yeah.
And business, you always make money.
They're gonna
because
come.
It's
They're
gonna
gonna
come
come to you. Yeah.
I just think that there's so many reasons why this is true. I think it's important that for our younger viewers, to remember that because it's like, it's easy to not be a good person. It's very, very easy.
Oh, yeah.
To make
Yeah.
a quick money.
Yeah.
But then it's like, that's it. That quick money is gonna stop. You're never gonna make any more money if you do it in a bad way. And I love real estate in that
And you're
sense.
losing your reputation and yeah.
I love real estate in that way because it's so pure. It's like your amount of money that you make is going to equate to how hard you work, how great of a person you are, And again, you do things that are consistent with successful real estate agents. You keep in touch with your clients, And again, not just because, hey, this is potentially going to make me money. No, it's just because you're a good person. Like,
Yeah.
You care about the people that you work with.
Yeah.
You care about people in general. I think it's like a very important characteristic that people have to be a good business person. Like everybody that I have on my show, same thing, like they're great, they're successful, but it's because they're good people, But I want to say, just circle back to this, do you have any advice for somebody that is thinking about being an entrepreneur, starting their own business? Do you have any advice for them how to overcome the fear? Because you were, it was a scary time for you, Do you have any advice for anybody like that?
Of course, save money. Work and save money. Don't just work and spend your money because a lot of people, that's what they do, work and spend your money. You work pay check by check. But if you save money, then a lot of doors are going to open for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so just like, and also it's security also, like just in case it doesn't happen, the business doesn't happen the way you want it to happen. You have the, some security, some insurance, just to buffer you, right?
Yeah.
I see. So you got into real estate. So how was that experience like? From there, you just stay with the same brokerage to now, or
No, after I will say probably 7 years, I moved up to Faith Realty. Like I said, I want to just, get better opportunities. You don't
consistent
know
with
something.
who you are, yeah.
Yes. Sometimes you don't know what's out there if you don't seek for it. You don't look for it. Yeah, something maybe you have better opportunities, better chance, somewhere else.
Yeah.
I was good there. I was, it was perfect because it was very close to my house.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of buyers that know me from that area. I can target all my Hispanic people,
Yeah.
and they know me. But it was a little hard. But like I said, I don't like to be somewhere all the time, in one place all the time. I always like to look for better opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah, again, consistent with this episode, the story, you know. I like to do this as the episode goes on. I can tell if I have assumptions on what the secret sauce is, you know, but we'll get to that in a second because I want to get your thoughts on what you think leads you to success. But so I also want to talk about something that you specialize in, you know, flipping houses, right? Fixing flipping houses.
Yes, I had a partner that was in my office,
Yeah.
right? My old office.
Yeah.
That he saw me that I have a lot of potential. He saw me that I was, you know, in the first year I did 5 sales, and he know he understood the type of person I was, and he's like, "You're doing a very good job selling houses. Have you ever considered, you know, partnered up with someone and flip houses?" And I'm like, "Of course, I have the money." And then that's how he introduced me to flip houses. Yes.
So, you know, again, consistent with your growth mentality of who you are, constantly improving.
Yeah.
Was it an easy decision or was like, yeah, I don't know, and then he had to convince you?
It was kind of scary because you know you have a lot of money involved in something that you have no experience.
Yeah.
Because my partner, he had all the people who can work for us. Yeah, electrician, all the people to flip the houses. So we just have to find a house, buy it, and then we got all the crew to do
Yeah.
the flip.
So what would you say is a requirement if you wanted to get into the flipping houses industry?
Have some savings.
You
Have
right.
some
You
savings,
need a lot
good
of money.
credit. Yeah, not a lot, not crazy a lot of money, but you need to have some money and have a good credit. Go to the bank and says, "Hey, I want to start flipping houses. I need a investment loan."
Right.
And that's how you do it. If you qualify, you will, you know, get the money, and then you start looking for the houses, the right house.
Right.
That has to make sense for you. You know, the right house has to make sense for you and get profit.
Well, yeah, I want to add, like, correct me if I'm wrong, you also need a good team
Yes.
to help you, right?
Yes.
Like Maria, right? You need somebody that knows the right contractors, because
Yes.
I guess just to backtrack a little bit for our viewers that don't know what this is. Flipping houses is essentially you buy a house that
An old house that
like
is destroyed.
is distressed,
Yes.
is not, you know, plumbing is bad, electricity is bad, and you know, you buy a house for below
Low
market
price.
rate, right? And then you flip it, you make it beautiful again. You fix the plumbing, you fix the electrical, right?
No
And then
kitchen, no bathrooms.
new things,
Flooring.
moldings, floorings,
Yeah.
and then you sell it at a higher, price for profit.
Yes.
So I think, you know, a lot of people, you know, are afraid of that because it's like, oh man, you know, I need to, you know, how do I get into it? You know, I need to find the right people to help me. But actually, it seems like, you know, there's a lot of resources out there to help you, right? Like if you connect with the right people, if
Yes.
you have good credit, if you have the money, like this is not as impossible.
It's not impossible.
As it seems.
And that helped me a lot as a real estate agent because, you know, when I have buyers that they like a house, but probably the kitchen or there is a wall there that they don't like, so I can guide them and I tell them, look, we can take this wall out,
Yeah.
we can put an island here, and we can put crown moldings here.
Yeah.
So help them. So that helped me a lot for me to help my buyers.
Right.
And they appreciate that. They're like, oh, wow, you really opened my mind. I can do that. And then they put an offer because they already have that mindset.
Yep.
That they can do more things,
Right.
you know, to the house that they
Wow.
love.
So I assume you had a great experience when you started. That's why you're still doing it.
That's why I'm still doing it. Yes.
So you're besides guiding clients with fix and flip houses, flipping homes, you yourself also invest in flip houses on your own as well?
I stopped like a couple of years ago when the pandemic started. I
Right.
stopped because, you know, it was something that we don't know what's going to happen. So I stopped. I took all my money out and
Yeah.
put it in a safe
Yes.
place. So like, but now I'm gonna start doing it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So would you say your success now, would you say that it was because of luck or because of hard work?
Hard work.
100%. Do you believe any
100%.
luck in it or?
No, no. I think that luck doesn't exist. You create your own future.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's powerful. A lot of guests, not all, but a lot of guests, they share the same mentality. You know, I think it's something like you do something difficult in the beginning. It's hard work, yes. But it's like you plant the seeds, right? You plant the seeds for the future. It's like you never know when it's going to happen, but it does happen. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like almost saying something as easy as saying good morning to somebody or making somebody laugh or making somebody smile, right? Down the line, you know, it helps you out because that person remembers you as the person that, you know,
Yeah,
made
yeah.
them happy, right?
Like I says, I do have a lot of clients, past clients that they still, you know, we get in touch and they love me and they like this buyer that this seller that called me a couple days ago. She's like, I will never sell my house with anybody but you. She's like, I really appreciate what you did for me. And this is the type of things that make you happy and wanting you to continue in this business to help more people.
And I think there's has to be mentioned that, and it's how powerful this is. People that constantly grow, constantly want to help others, and been through difficult times and want to help people when they go through difficult times, it's very attractive. Like people want to go to that people, you know? And I to me, I can almost, you know, come up with a theory as to why, you know, you're successful, you know? But I wanted to ask you, you know, what would you say is your secret sauce? What makes you different and successful? Why are like what continues to make you successful? What do you think?
I will say keep dreaming. Never stop, even if you're doing good in life. Never stop there. Always look for something better. Even, you know, like, even if my life is good right now, but I'm always looking for something better. So never stop. If you're, you know, having a very good job from 8 hours, you know, it's just don't stop there. Always look for something else. Yeah.
Dream bigger, right?
Exactly.
Always dream.
Always dream. Always.
Always dream bigger.
Yes.
Because you can't get bigger unless you dream
Exactly.
bigger, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like-
It's like I said, there is no luck. There is just you create your own future. You create your luck. There is nothing comes like for free. You work hard to get it and keep dreaming. If you don't have a dream, you're never gonna get anything. You're never gonna
Wow.
have anything.
Wow.
So now that I'm doing good in real estate, and my dream now is to retire early.
Yeah. That's awesome.
To retire early, I want to, you know, go back to my country, not live there because I'm here. I mean, I grew up here all my life. It's here, but I want to go back. It's something that tells me go back and, you know, live a couple months there, come here, and then, you know, back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
I've encountered a lot of people that they talk about it. Like they have the dream, but then it's like it kind of stays a dream. Like why do you think that's the case? People want the big dream, but then something happens where it's just like, I'm just gonna stay there. Why do you think that happens? And do you have any advice for those people to how to get to their dream?
They have to find something that can motivate them. If they don't have nothing to motivate, they're not gonna go anywhere. It has to be something. If you have kids, think on your kids and motivate because you want to, you know, make good for them, give them a good life. So I will say my kids was my motivation to get better and better always.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it's like, as a person with a 3.5-year-old myself, and it's like I look at somebody like you who have kids are older now, and it's like, oh man, you know, I can't wait till my daughter is big because it's hard, you know, with a young child. But then it's like you don't ever really stop thinking about your kids ever. You
No.
always want to constantly grow,
Yeah.
not just for yourself, but it's like
Yeah.
you want to grow for your kids as well.
Correct.
Right?
And teach them that life is not easy and you don't get things free. You know, even I've give them everything, but I show them that this is not an easy money.
Yeah.
That this is, you know, you have to work hard to get it.
Yeah.
And yeah, my son now, he's working and he's like, and he's giving me, actually I have some money here to deposit. He's like, yeah, because when they was 5 years old, I opened a bank account for them and I'll keep, you know, deposit here and there. So he knows that he has a bank account. So he told me, he's like, go and open a, not saving, they have a saving, but they says checking account. So all the money that he can get from his job, he put it in the checking account and he can have his debit card.
Haha, very good,
Yeah.
very good. 17,
Yeah.
right? You said he is?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
it's great. Like I'm very happy for, somebody like you, who's so successful in what they want in their life and their profession. It's like I'm so happy for you and your kids because it's like you're really passing on a lot of great
Yes.
advice and a lot of great lessons.
Yes.
So when is your goal for retiring?
How my 3 kids graduate from college.
Okay.
Yeah, pay off because I already have the money on the
Right,
savings
right,
account.
right,
So
sure.
yeah, pay off college and then I can go to my country and travel all over.
So like maybe
Because I
15
didn't.
So you think 15 years maybe?
10 years.
10 years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And,
I'm working hard to retire 10 years because I was working all the time. My life is just working and working
Yeah.
and make money. So I haven't had the opportunity to travel all over the world.
right.
Yeah, I travel with my kids. I go on vacation every year, 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But you know, not the life that I wanted by myself. My husband,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
we didn't have that opportunity to travel when we was, you know, recently married. So that's why I want to retire in 10 years. My 3 kids will be off college. Yeah, I want to see them, you know, working and start building their own life, and then I'll be free.
That's so inspirational. That's wonderful. So, wow. So, professionally, personally, you have a 10-year goal, Professionally, any goals for the future? Like, what are you up to for the next, I guess, for the near future?
Just working what I'm
Working
doing.
hard?
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep doing what I'm doing and save.
And absolutely, if you were looking to recruit as well, right?
Yes. Yes, I do
Yeah.
have a group right now. I have recruit, you know, a lot of agents, new agents. I do train them.
Yeah.
And, you know, because we have 7 offices,
Oh.
so some of them are from Queens. We're not in the same office, but I do train them. And so if anybody want to, you know, help, I'm here.
Absolutely. And I want to say, my hat's off to you as always. I've known you for like a year, a little more than a year now, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes, you called me out of nowhere with that energy, and you know, and that was funny because I don't pick up my phone. I'm too busy with with buyers and all that. I don't pick up a phone. I don't pick up a phone call that a number I don't know. And I was like, oh, this is from the city. I'm like, maybe it's a seller or buyer.
Right.
So I pick up the phone and it was like, hey Maria, this is how this goes, with that energy. And I always say, no, I'm not interested, thank you, and I'm hang up with the good way, you know.
Yeah, sure, of course.
But that day I was like, oh man, this man has so much energy. I'm gonna keep listening.
It's my secret sauce, by the way. It's my secret sauce. But hats off to you. I've known you I think a little over a year now, I think, and consistently, and I keep tabs.
You keep,
I keep tabs on
yes.
who, how agents are doing, and consistently your numbers have been consistent. 2023 right now, bad market, and still consistent, very consistent, consistently producing great numbers.
Last year, 2022, it was my best year. I did 70 transactions.
Wow.
Yes. And it was super hard because for you to get an accepted offer, you had to put at least, I had cases that I put $90,000. Yeah. Well, my buyers put $90,000 above asking price. So it was super hard to negotiate an offer and to get an offer accepted. But yeah, I did good.
Yeah. You did doing good is an understatement. You did amazing. But I gotta say, it's like, again, a testament to that growth mentality, and I gotta say, I'm honored again to have you on because, you really gave a lot of great advice and shed a little bit about what it means to succeed, why people should succeed, how to succeed in this episode. Maria, I'm gonna include your description in my podcast description. I'll include your contact information too if you're looking to join an amazing team, if you're looking for an amazing realtor, if you're looking for somebody to partner with for flipping houses. Maria is your gal. It's not like she started last year. Like, she has a lot of experience. She knows what she's doing, and again, the numbers don't lie. Consistently, high producing agent. But Maria, it was an absolute honor. Thank you so much for coming on Secret Sauce with Hamilton Lao.
Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you for having me here and share my story, share my life.
Yes. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by Jing's Mortgage Team. Jing's Mortgage Team is a team of real estate mortgage professionals whose mission is to help anyone with their real estate needs. If you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, refinance your home, have credit issues, or in need of an investment loan, we can definitely help you. If you're looking for a real estate agent, we know the best of the best real estate agents. Visit the link below for more information.